I would like to talk about the American Pit Bull Terriers that come from a certain lineage of dogs that we call the white dogs. We will start with a dog called Randy's Goner Register of Merit. This dog was bred by Jim Moore and owned by Randy and/or Steve. His sire was a heavy Trehans rascal dog called Moore's Champion White Bandit. They took White Bandit and bred to a daughter of Ed Crenshaw's Champion Snow. There are several different white dogs in this pedigree other than White Bandit, Snow, and Goner himself. Even dogs that go back to Colby's Dime in the pedigree also are either all white or majority white in appearance, hence the name the White Dogs. Goner would have a sister from a previous breeding of Champion White Bandit and Petrie's Ma. Her name was Steve's Snowball. Snowball would be bred to another son, Champion White Bandit, called Steve's Bart, two-time winner, to produce Steve's Champion Sadie. Goner would also have a littermate brother called Steve's Champion Humphrey. Randy's Goner would go on to produce dogs like Tom's Champion Barracuda, Steve's Dirty Harry, Randy's Cujo two-time winner, also Avant's Champion Alien and Steve's Champion Bullshit, when bred to a heavy Heinzel female called No Tits Bonnie. Champion Bull-ish produced dogs like Steve's Champion, Mighty Dog, and Standifer's Champion Penny. Also a double-bred son of Champion Bullish, with the out being a female called Lopusay's Jackie, who was out of Lopusay's Rascal and Lopusay's Roxy. He would be called Lecon's Rooster. Steve's Mighty Dog was out of Bullish, and Steve's Skeeter, who is a half-sister to Randy's Goner. Mighty Dog would go on to produce dogs like Steve's Two-Steppin' Tommy when bred to Steve's Sadie. Tommy would go on to produce Battleground's Tommy Gunn. Tom's Champion Barracuda would go on to produce dogs like Steve's Half Pint, when Barracuda was bred to Steve's Dirty Harry. Steve took Half Pint and bred her to a son of Steve's Champion Mighty Dog, called Steve's Bud, to produce Wrecking Crew's Eli. Half Pint had a register of merit sister called Steve's Spider. Spider would be bred to Hall's Grand Champion Andy Capp to produce BC Boys Champion Ethel and the well-known Steve and the BC Boys Grand Champion Snaps. A littermate to Tom's Champion Barracuda was Randy's Cujo two-time winner. He would produce a dog called Gypsy's Apache Chief one-time winner best in show, when bred to a heavy-bred Heinzel female called Randy's Casper. Cujo would also produce Gypsy's Cujo II when bred to a heavy Pat Patrick female called Gypsy's Cody. Avant's Champion Alien would go to produce dogs like Scream City's Wino one-time, winner one-time game loser, when Alien was bred to a heavy Lopusay female called McCree's Higgins. Another off-alien was Scream City's Flapjack, one-time winner, one-time game loser, when bred to another Lopusay bred female called Lopusay's Jackie. McCree's Champion Underdog was off-alien bred to a heavy Ed Crenshaw's Champion, Stu Fowler female from Sorrel Breedings. Lycan's or RCC's Champion Nikki was a two-time best in show winner. She would produce dogs like Lycan's Grand Champion Cheney when bred to a Red Boy Medlin's outlaw male called Cottingham's Samson. Cheney would also have a champion sister called Hardhead's Big Mama. Nikki also produced Country Gentleman's Black Nikki, one-time winner. They bred Nikki to her brother Lycon's Spider to produce a female called Lycan's Pebbles. Pebbles would be bred to Cochrane's Shorty Cowboy to produce Scratchliner's Champion Lily White, Cochrane's Champion Snowman, Cochrane's Little Max two-time winner, and Harley one-time winner. When Pebbles was bred to a Red Boy male called Lowry's Keeper to produce Tennessee Dog Pound's Little Man, one-time winner. They took Champion Nikki and bred her to the double-bred Champion Bullish with a quarter Lopusay male called Lycan's Rooster, of whom I spoke of earlier and got RCC's Oreo. They bred Oreo to a double-bred rooster female called Sweet Tooth. and got RCC's Screaming Eagle. Screaming Eagle was bred to a Red Boy Jocko Jeep Rascal bred female. That would produce Country Gentleman's Grand Champion, Little Eagle. Other white dogs or goner cross dogs you may want to study is Lycan's Buck two-time winner, Country Gentleman's Lil Chain two-time winner, Country Gentleman's Curse two-time winner, and Country Gentleman's Voodoo two-time winner as well. The goner dogs or white dogs are becoming fewer and even less, or being tight bred for future preservation. So salute to Jim Moore, Randy, Steve Hendricks, B. Lycan, RCC, the Country Gentleman, Battleground, and all others that have worked hard to keep this family of dogs together. Sincerely, the Sporting Dog Archive.